You still on campus?
Why are you still here?
Uh, Last day actually. I had to finish up a lab report.
We graduated a week ago.
My professor passed me because I had a job to go to.
You got placed?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I said I'd actually get the work done before I left.
Man of integrity.
No, he said he'd report me to the registrar if I did.
For him passing you?
No, because I plagiarized an essay for him in my first year.
So now he's blackmailing you to get on board his evil project.
I had to turn in a report about fish behavior in light stimuli.
Super evil.
Long night.
No, I just woke up. It's my last day too.
What plans? For your last day here?
Nothing much.
What are you still doing here?
I just have a flight for tomorrow.
Everyone packed up and left last week after graduating. Someone blackmailing you too.
Yeah, my parents.
Oh?
It was just the cheapest flight my dad could find.
We do have a day left here.
I have to pack.
Then it's even more important. We should speedrun getting to know each other.
That's ridiculous.
Hi, I'm Vihaan Varghese.
I know. Isleen Kapoor.
Psych major?
Biochem major and sociology.
I thought you were an English major.
I thought we didn't know each other.
Anyway, it's my last day ever being here.
Mine too.
Did biochem teach you much?
But I'm an English major.
I thought you said...
Never trust a stranger.
Hey, if you're speedrunning friendship with each other, we should be honest, no?
You're still drinking from paper cups.
And?
Well, I stole mine from the STEM department. With the best funding there.
You basically stole one from mine then.
Aren't you a psych major?
So?
Well, at least I have the money for it. The English department doesn't even have a coffee machine.
So we both decided to steal coffee from the fill floor. None of your friends stayed back. Yeah, mine left too. When my ex left me. 2 months ago. We were all hers anyway. If I was supposed to be that honest. We're all living it up in Goa, right? There's no... Most of the friend group isn't making it out of there though. Someone's bound to spill that group cheated on them. Everyone except him knows.
You didn't tell Yash?
Didn't have the heart.
He was a good friend.
Group cheated on me with him first.
Oh. Man, you really didn't make friends outside of that group.
I do have the fish in the lab.
You're like the most popular guy on campus.
I thought we were pretending to not know each other.
I don't. I've just seen you hang around with a lot of people.
But I dated Roop for 3.5 years. And you can't really make deep friendships that invite you to go after that.
Hey, if it helps, I never dated anyone in my 4 years here. And I'm still not in Goa.
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh, so loners is where you draw the line.
You weren't a loner. And you have dated people.
What?
You went on a date with my best friend.
Who?
Yash.
So you know.
When he knew that we were in the same class in our first sem, he wouldn't shut up about the pretty girl who sat in the first row.
Hey, don't shame me for sitting in the first row.
I'm shaming you for going on a date with Yash.
It was just once, and if it helps, I thought he was an asshole too.
You ghosted him, no?
He grabbed my palm and tried to do a reading.
Even he couldn't have known that fate would expose he has no game.
Still enough to.
Hey, that's a touchy subject.
But look at the bright side. You never have to see either of them again.
Yeah. Maybe. But she's blocked me anyway, so she'll be fine.
I don't know if Vihaan Varghese was such a loser.
I can't help it in love, okay? It's one of my life's biggest regrets. But you're the one who didn't even get into a relationship.
It's people like your palm reading best friend that put me off. And I've tried.
Do you regret not dating in college?
I don't know.
What do you regret? Trust me, there's a vision here. I regret not applying for the basketball team here. I left it in middle school.
They're still here. The graduation banners.
So are we.
I regret not playing the piano they are lying around here.
You play.
Yeah. Spent too many years learning, and I became bitter when I wasn't as good as I thought I could be.
I regret not being on stage doing stupid stuff. My friend invited me to an open mic once to play the shaker. I thought it'd be a bit ridiculous.
Well, that's two ends of the music spectrum.
That's not the point, no. I also regret not breaking up with my ex earlier.
You could feel it.
Maybe not the cheating, but something was different for a while.
And what kept you there?
I guess I didn't want things to change. I didn't want to think of college without her. I have to think about the rest of my life without her.
But you have a job, don't you?
That fucker Yash didn't get placed. I guess he can go suck it.
Wow. I regret not opening up to people, not trying hard enough, maybe. I had the urge to just make a joke and get out of there whenever I felt close to, well, anyone.
See? This is good. It's therapeutic.
No, this is horrible. I don't want to think of all the what ifs on my last day of college.
What if I told you that the vision is still intact? We just need to lowball a little. How about playing with the professor's kids, Lisa?
What am I, 11?
Any food on campus you regret not eating?
No, I've tried everything.
You ever tried rolling down the hills?
I have actually. My first week on campus.
The dignified Isleen Kapoor rolling down some grass.
Hey, I can do whimsy.
That's exactly what all the whimsical people say.
You're not one either, okay? Your grand plan for today was to feed me a new type of dosa.
Can't a man try anymore? I can't score a goal if my life depended on it. But I played football with some first year friends. Ended up breaking my foot.
Oh yeah, I remember you being wheeled around in a wheelchair for an entire semester.
You had your eyes on me for a long time.
Don't flatter yourself. You had the most obnoxious cast I've ever seen.
Who painted it pink? Because I told her that color doesn't look classy on anyone.
And I think she proved you right. So you want the opposite of a low-ball regret to fulfill on your last day on campus? We rolled down the hill because on that night, except for me, everyone else was drunk. And I wanted to be less uptight in college. I sprained my shoulder.
That's way more embarrassing.
My friends took me to the infirmary and they dropped me off at my room. And then they went off to pull an all-nighter. That's when they saw Dr. Chatterjee's ghost.
Eh?
Yeah, the real deal. They were up till sunrise and they were on the stairs near the fields. And they said he just appeared in front of them with that iconic cap of his and everything. Waved hi at them and just left. They were on 2 bottles of vodka, but they swear they saw him. So, yeah, there you go. What?
I know what we are going to do today.
This is kind of stupid.
Are you always this much of a downer?
Only when I have to pack.
You know, I got into a fight about Dr. Chatterjee's ghost in my first week here.
Really?
Yeah. With Yash. It was the first time we met at a party. We both wanted to impress this girl, Roop, and we just went off.
Do you believe in ghosts? Why spend your last day on campus looking for one?
Okay, look. He's a legend. You really want to be the only one who's never seen him?
And you're just here for...
You know, he has a shelf dedicated to him at the library.
Yeah, I know. I've used his copies for my courses.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I regret not using this library too much. I stumbled into his shelf during my finals this time, and I went through some of his books. He really annotated all of them.
And?
All I'm saying is, we're the only people on campus to haunt. If we try hard enough. Worst case scenario, we just learn about who he is. Was. So what are the basic facts we know about him?
He was 85 years old. Died on campus. Heart attack in his sleep.
And they found him how?
How's that important?
It's always important.
Doesn't say.
Can't believe I know more about him than you.
I thought you're the one who doesn't believe in ghosts.
And you do.
I'm open to it.
You won't find that on the internet. But it's so sad. They found him when they broke into his on-campus residence when he didn't show up to classes. He died reading this book.
Is that a joke?
No. I hoarded all the credible rumors about him during my time here.
Lonely English professor dies reading War and Peace. Fascinating insight.
I think he was rereading it. He made different notes each time he read it in different ink. He made all his notes so neatly. He marked the quotes with numbers and then he wrote his notes at the bottom, like footnotes. Seize the moments of happiness, love and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. All else is false. It is the only thing we are interested in here. And then he wrote, That is the only thing for us to do. I think he made these notes on his last round. The ink's least faded. Yeah, he stopped midway through. And then he writes, "Is it not love that knows how to make smooth things rough and rough things smooth? Or is it the difference between my life and my love? One gets me low, the other lets me go." He writes, "The use of texture in romance evokes a sensual quality that is particular to romance where physical touch is absent." I mean, he was a professor. Distance was a dangerous thing, she knew. Distance changed people. And then he writes, "I think I need my distance from all this." He stopped annotating further.
I feel kind of bad being so objective about all of this. I mean, it's him, you know.
He knew what he was doing. He wanted these books to be donated. I think he wanted to be remembered through his footnotes whenever students read them. I think these books are all he had.
That's presumptuous.
Come on. The guy never married, was dead for 3 days, and no one noticed. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it morbid. It's been 10 years. I don't think anyone remembers him, except his stupid ghost stories. But isn't it a little interesting to know a bit more about someone who could have been here, but isn't? I just didn't want to spend my last day on campus thinking about what I was leaving behind here. On my stupid fish.
What's going to happen to them?
They're going to be thrown away because there's no one to look after them. I'm kidding. A junior is going to take care of them. He needs it for some experiment about sound stimuli on fish behavior.
Our life starts here. It doesn't end here, you know.
I know, but it's just hard to convince myself that it'll get better than whatever this was.
Than being dumped by a 3-year girlfriend.
College wasn't just about that. I made genuine friends here. And I acted in a stupid play once. I played a joker. It was the best time I had on campus. I know I got my foot broken while playing football, but I was back on the field again as soon as I got off my wheelchair. They always made me goalkeeper. But after all that, I landed a HR job. I know it pays well, but it's in a dead city. With dead souls. And that does things to you, you know.
need a change of scenery. I didn't want to leave college with any regrets. I told you.
I've only ever held a shaker in my life, but I know that this piano is very out of tune.
Yeah, it's horrible. I always thought I had to be a certain level of good before starting to enjoy playing it, you know. I passed all my grades, but I just couldn't enjoy it, even until the end.
You never liked playing the piano.
I did when I first began playing. And I think I just forgot how. Until I met this guy in my class. He couldn't sing or play the piano, but I brought him here anyway, and we just talked for a while, sat together, and he was just listening to me, and it was really fun. We goofed around so much that day, and I think that's when I realized that I can do stupid shit and still enjoy playing, you know.
Did he break your heart, or did you break his? You know, personally, I'm a big fan of goofing around too. Like going around an empty library, reading a dead professor's notes, or doing the worst accents known to mankind. Pride and Prejudice, or a fish tank, which is more usable for a HR job.
Depends on if you want to fall in love with your sharp-tongued, humble origins colleague.
Is that a reference to the book? I haven't read it yet.
I wrote my applications on Jane Austen. I had the best grades in my batch.
Okay, show off.
I didn't get into grad school.
What?
I applied to 3 of them and all of them rejected me. I wish I'd applied to more places, but I didn't want to live my life based on what others thought I'd be good at. Academia wasn't for me.
You went to the library much?
Half of my suitcase is just books. I knew I couldn't read for fun in college anyway, so I just went to the library for work. And I knew I couldn't read the rest anyways. Guess I just got overwhelmed by all of this.
Do you annotate your books too?
It's how I make these worlds mine, you know?
What are you going to do when you go back home? What's up?
I don't think he meant to donate this one. I found this book at the back of the shelf we were looking at the library.
During my finals, I saw it drop behind the shelves. I left it there because I didn't want 300 books falling on me right before graduation.
What if the ghost of Dr. Chatterjee hides this book in the library every night after it closes? They donated his entire collection to the library because that's what his will said. But what if this was part of his personal collection? What if this was something he brought from home?
So he didn't think anyone would see it after he died.
Maybe it was on his table or something. Maybe he was also rereading this on his way to college.
Wait, you know about his will?
I was an English major here, remember? I know every inch of his lore, and not because existential dread hit me in my final year.
You've been making me mansplain Dr. Chatterjee to you for the past 3 hours.
It's quite fun. You did a good job. And he was dead for 4 days before they found him. All my friends at the party saw his ghost. Do you understand the FOMO I had? I told you, never trust a stranger.
You like doing this you don't know me thing as a bit, don't you?
I think being an English major makes you realize that you're always doing a bit.
My god, you were like this in class also. No wonder I never said hi to you in my first year.
I was an annoying first bencher initially, okay? I also agree.
If I knew you were this self-aware, I would have said hi to you earlier.
For what it's worth, by the end, I also became a backbencher, so.
Didn't enjoy your degree?
No, I loved it. I just realized it's easier to look up plot summaries when no one's looking over your shoulder. Why did you delay submitting your research paper?
I didn't want college to end. I spent one day at his shelf, and the rest I spent drinking and partying with the few friends who would invite me to their parties, if not Goa. And I watched movies.
This is me judging you.
For what? Drinking? That's quite prudish of you.
No, for not sticking to your deadlines.
I knew my professor would pass me.
You just don't want to move on.
Come on, let's be real. Why are either of us here? Going through a dead professor's notes?
I thought it was just lore students made up.
What?
Prabhash Gupta, up and coming star senior of the 60s in Oxford when Chatterjee went there to study. He fell in love with him, and after that with no one else.
And?
See this?
That proves nothing.
The guy had a few poems published in some obscure indie press magazines. 2 years before he died, Chatterjee had them compiled and published through a small press.
Maybe they were just best friends?
You do the same for Yash.
He wasn't exactly a man of poetry.
Look at this. Notice anything different?
This way. I mean, the copy does look older than the other books we have.
No. Wait, look. Yeah. The handwriting of the annotation is different. I think Prabhash may have done this for Dr. Chatterjee and he preserved the copy. Maybe he brought it to campus to read again.
That's why his ghost keeps hiding it. He shouldn't be carrying this around. Ooh.
Look at this.
It was one of those rare smiles with the quality of eternal reassurance in it that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life. It faced, or seemed to face, the whole eternal world in an instant, and then concentrated on you with an irresistible prejudice in your favor. It understood you just as far as you would want to be understood, believed in you as you would like to believe in yourself, and assured you that it had precisely the impression of you that, at your best, you hoped to convey. Here's the annotation.
What made me think of you? Maybe they were more than friends.
You know what? I have an idea. He loves this book, right? So, what if we keep it with us through the night while we roam around campus, and maybe he might want us to find him?
Maybe his ghost finds us.
Never thought when I suggested a ghost hunt, you'd be staring at a sunset.
Well, after this is when all the ghosts come out to play.
You ever seen one?
No, but my grandmother has.
Really?
Yeah, when she was 9, her uncle died. He was a fighter jet pilot. She hadn't received the news yet, but when she went up to her room, he was just sitting there with a gift, an aeroplane model. The kind that was really hard to get in the country back then. He made her sit next to him and he gave her the gift. And he said, "When you're flying, always cut through what the skies throw at you." And he just walked out.
And then?
He just disappeared forever.
Does she still have the aeroplane?
Her parents took it away. They thought she was lying.
It does sound kinda made up.
Yeah, well, they thought some boy at school stole it from his father's desk and gave it to her.
But she didn't know her uncle was dead, right?
Exactly. But they thought that she might have overheard their telephone conversation and just decided to play a really cruel joke later. Or it was just a bad day to make up that story.
What do you believe?
She hasn't been heard much in her life. I choose to believe her.
Is she still around?
She graduated top of her class in college, then fell in love with a good guy, shitty husband. He lost his job and she stuck around, and he forced her to stay at home. He's gone now.
That's still good, right? She can live her life now.
I don't think she's so used to the idea of leaving home now. I don't know what to do. I don't want to become like her or my mother. I just can't stand the idea of home, of growing so comfortable with a place that you just know it'll consume you, but you won't even get the respect that you deserve. And you won't be seen. Maybe that's why I don't enjoy my degree much. I think I grew too comfortable with being good at it.
You know, it's not a bad life, right? Reading and writing stuff.
But I just don't like the idea of thinking that I'll get so buried in a book that I'll eventually forget the stuff outside it.
No one's job can do that. Only you can forget.
I guess. But I want to keep coming back to stories. Not because of obligation, without feeling stuck to them.
I read your essay in the college magazine last year. You're the stuff.
I didn't know anyone read those.
Your piece was published right before Oops.
You're still so in love with her, aren't you?
Not really. I just didn't want things to change. I saw people put one foot out the door because college was coming to an end. I just wanted things to stay the same. And I thought that only Roop can give me that.
Look at you, the guy with the job. So sad.
And look at you, the most employable girl in her department. So sad.
We're a sad bunch, aren't we?
I had my first class here.
So did I.
Crazy coincidence.
We were in the same class. And here I thought you noticed me more than you were letting on.
Can't a man be nostalgic about his own memories? Time stopped that way, And I met Roop and Yash at that party. After classes got over. And we thought about Dr. Chatterjee's ghost.
He vouches for ghosts and hand reading. He still stole your girl, huh?
Roop had voodoo dolls in her room.
What? Really?
No, she was a biochem major. She was on my side. Everyone threw up at the party and then left. And then it was just us three, the sober people. We stayed until sunrise. I looked at them at 4 in the morning. We were eating French fries we took from a fridge on Roof's floor. And I told them, guys, I know college will be over in 4 years. And we may never talk to each other again. But this moment we are sharing right now will stay with us forever. Yash had a similar reaction. Then he took another bite out of those disgusting French fries. And we made a pact.
What pact?
That we'd stay up till sunrise on our last day on campus, no matter what happened between us.
I always knew college would come to an end. And then I'd probably go abroad, do my master's, become a professor. My father teaches antiquity, and my mother's a school teacher. I grew up with a bookshelf filled with books before I even learned how to make friends at the playground.
Always looking for somewhere else to go.
I grew up in a home in a fairly humble neighborhood. I guess life's cards played out that way. I always knew I was meant for somewhere else.
You didn't do yourself the disservice of thinking that college stood for college, for itself. It's supposed to be for the next step. You're much wiser than I was.
But look at me now. Nowhere else to go.
Where do you want to go?
Ghost hunting? I can't believe you dragged me to the basement on our last day of campus.
It's where I stash all my bodies.
How many have you killed?
None of them have haunted me so far, but I have 5 of them.
Wow. Who?
All types.
Liar. All serial killers have a type.
You got me.
So, what is your type?
This is literally where most people have seen Dr. Chatterjee.
It's also where most people on campus catch dengue.
That's false. Most people catch dengue while making out in the fields. You have so much lore about Dr. Chatterjee, don't you?
The real guy, not the ghost.
What's with the condescension? I thought you were the one who believed in ghosts.
I never said that. You've just been very vocal about not believing in them.
The sun is gone. Thou shalt not bring up what we speaketh of when the sun was arisen.
You know what Dr. Chatterjee's ghost would find more haunting? You doing Shakespeare in English.
You wanna know my type? People who do accents.
That's unique.
If you spend your childhood doing accents, it speaks something about how you grew up. For example, I had a lot of time growing up.
So, what's the master plan here? Are we going to wait for Dr. Chatterjee to show up, or are we going to find him?
I just thought we'd go around campus looking at the sights. And if he shows up, he shows up.
You know what they say about people who do accents? They say that they're lonely enough to have the time to pick up one.
I always thought it spoke more about how they were willing to see other people, to learn about them.
So your type is people who aren't narcissists.
Sometimes the biggest narcissists are people who see other people.
Like those who go ghost hunting and make it about themselves.
Hey, he knows what we are doing. If he wants to join in the conversation, he's welcome.
Maybe there are better places to go ghost hunting. If ghosts do exist, they prefer hanging out somewhere like this. So much better to look at.
You look at a campus this beautiful for long enough, and then all you can see are memories. They go stale anyway.
You're gonna start another story about your ex.
Can't I be inspired to poetry without her?
You just have that look in your eyes.
You know, time stopped a bit earlier on that first day. I saw this girl sitting on the first row and I thought, wow, that's the kind of beauty they write about in those books you English majors read. But then someone stumbled into me and I came out of that trance and realized that I was just a nerd who got into a better college than his board marks deserved. So I packed up and went to the back bench and solved a crossword puzzle for the rest of the semester.
You know what they say about the end of the world, and there's only two people left.
So, what else do you know about our elusive professor?
I think he has a lecture up on YouTube. He went back to Oxford to give it.
Really?
You know what?
The Great Gatsby is a work of misunderstood genius. It does not indict the American dreams as much as it lets us know that their dream is always unfulfilled.
You always wore that stupid hat of his, didn't you?
For Gatsby, his material condition is never fulfilling, its function never fulfilled, because he expects love from Daisy to validate the value it possesses. He never receives this love. Her love is an ideal stuck in the past and absent in his present. Chasing it, he ends up dying a lonely man in his future.
He talked about love a lot, didn't he? Ironic for a man who got his heart broken.
You know, not everyone's actions has to go back to their self-pitying backstory.
Hey, I don't do self-pity.
I wasn't talking about you. The fact that you thought so.
Come on, don't do that classic lit major move. Playing with your words. You knew what you were doing.
Okay, since you've brought it up, you've got a job, but you're still moping behind that girl who left you for that hand-reading douchebag. It went on for a while, I get it, but aren't you glad you moved on from somewhere you've been stuck? Isn't that freeing, the independence? You got a fresh slate now, literally a whole life to look forward to.
Yeah.
And for the record, I wasn't doing anything when I said that.
Won't be a surprise when it comes to you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, you really spent 4 years here, never having a real friend or ever falling in real love. That's worse than trying and failing. Sorry.
It's okay. You don't know me.
I know I don't.
I did fall. Not with that stupid Yash of yours, but I did. A few times, and I did nothing about it. One of them killed the piano, besides the bad cue. Another one I sacrificed a few playlists for, or the book. I wanted a genuine connection, not romance. Because I wanted friendships that would last me to my real adult life. I didn't want to pretend to play a romance I knew I wasn't capable of. But then they all slipped away anyway, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I had so many friends, but I realized that none of them would last me beyond college.
I never wore my heart on my sleeve, and they had other people they'd rather spend their last day on campus with. Then everyone graduated and left, and I just.
Thought the ghost was finally here.
Security.
You really love your coffee, don't you?
I hate it.
I thought you'd be asleep. Don't you have a flight to catch tomorrow?
Don't you?
I thought you returned them.
The rest, yeah. I'm sorry, Isleen. I shouldn't have said what I said. Do you want to still try our luck? I have a feeling Dr. Chatterjee's ghost has been following us. Can't disappoint him.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too.
Campus really does look fucking haunted, doesn't it?
It's really fucking cold.
भैया
Thank you, Vihaan.
A dramatic reconciliation and you follow it up with instant noodles.
It's the food for all occasions. You can break up with someone over it and it'll get over in a jiffy. Or if you want to ask someone out, you can do that too. And dip if it goes south. Maybe let it cool down, have a longer conversation.
Cold noodles are disgusting.
It's a metaphor. For all the love you have for someone, if you let it go cold anyway.
Do you understand what metaphors are?
You know, my dad never enters the kitchen, but he'll cook Maggie for me whenever I ask him to.
Oh, that's why the speech defending it.
No, it's a matter of general principle.
Oh, of course.
He was the nicest man. He's never said anything about any of my choices, ever. It's just, he's never said he's proud of me either.
Some people just don't feel the need to say those things out loud, you know?
I was like him growing up. He moved around a lot.
Serial killer on the run since you were that young.
Army kid.
You?
Surprised.
No.
It's okay. I get that a lot. I don't like talking about it because I never really had a home. Maybe that's why college seems so nice.
I get that.
My parents were all I had, and my dad is so cool. We used to move around every couple of years, and I used to think that having a few wise sayings and cracking a few jokes was enough to charm your way into any group. In society, in school.
You're funny. I don't know about wise though. Like, at all.
I know. I learned that the hard way. Growing up, I used to feel so distant from everyone because a voice at the back of my head kept saying that you'd eventually grow further apart from them and then they'd forget you. And I realized that the way my dad protected himself from all of it, the calm, composed man for his family, it didn't make him happy. He just had so much love and he didn't know what to do with it.
Have you ever talked to him about it?
We don't need to say things out loud. We both just know.
That can't be true.
The ways of men are strange, Isleen Kapoor. Take this book for example. This book keeps moving around as if it has some reason to. Come on, do something for me, book.
You're
talking to a book.
You are the one who annotates.
That's so different.
It's okay. Mr. Gatsby has performance pressure. I'm sure he'll come around. I believe in him. Anyway, that's when I came here to college. And I realized I didn't want to live my life like that, like him. I didn't want to hold back just because I thought that some things could be left unsaid. I looked at him and I thought that I could be better.
Were you?
I think I realized a bit late that I wasn't being better. I was just being different. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how hard anyone tries, there's always love left to give.
Was this one made with love?
I'd say mild infatuation.
It's gone cold.
I genuinely am sorry, Isleen. It's just that I didn't want to do self-pity anymore. I had so many people I had genuine, wholesome goodbyes with. But so many of the good memories I've overwritten with the bad ones. I thought about sunrise and thought about our promise, and I just... Anyway, I just didn't want to come across as a loser.
You didn't. You know, it was hard in my first sem to keep looking back at the backbench and catch a glimpse of the cute guy loudly whispering crossword answers to his friends. Trust me, even then you didn't come across as a loser.
That's reassuring. Don't tell me you want to go your whole life without chewing out loud.
Yeah, I think I can live with that.
Was I really that loud in class?
Yeah.
I spoke like that in class for 4 years.
That's why you text or ask chicks. Maybe with someone cute next to your HR cubicle. I wish I'd lived college with more people to miss. Anyone I did know gave me a hug. I hugged them back. And I know it's not goodbye with any of them.
So you do have your friendships to keep alive.
Yeah, maybe. No one I promised to stay up with till sunrise though.
It's about who you can text at saner hours, no?
What's that?
A little something. Cut through whatever the skies throw at you. How about you promise me? Till sunrise? I really need to stretch. I'm bad at all-nighters. I don't want to go to sleep.
I wish I could sleep. I haven't properly in a while. I haven't been able to sleep since my last grad school rejection. I did fall asleep at the ceremony hall though, right before they handed me my ticket. My friend had to shake me awake. She thought I died or something.
You got one of the loudest cheers in the venue.
I didn't want to go home because I didn't want to just stare at my degree and my grades and realize that that's the happiest I'll be. I wasn't even that happy.
This is just the beginning. Plus, people like you tend to be happier when they have a livable wage.
Making fun of my major.
No, it's social commentary.
Don't steal my job already.
Sounds like an apocalypse.
Sounds like campus also wants us to just leave already. Don't know what I'll do that'll make me this happy, you know?
Maybe it's not about what you do. Plus, now you have your stories to go back to. Maybe not a home, but a resort.
So you do know what metaphors are.
Thank you. I try my best. I didn't go back home because I turned down the job offer on graduation day. My parents don't know yet. I can't bear to look at my father when I tell him because I know he'll just say it's alright and move on. Because he wants me to make my own choices. But he'll carry that air of silent disappointment about him until I get another job.
And here I was feeling like shit because I thought I was the jobless one.
I mean, a master's in English wouldn't be that different.
Real incisive social commentary.
Just making fun of it. You know, I read some of it, and it's actually quite good.
It's my favorite. I brought over a copy of my grandma's. She gifted it to me when I was 12.
That seems way too young to be reading this stuff.
Well, you don't become like me without a series of bad reading decisions.
Or an insane amount of coffee.
Hey, let me go.
You know what my dad says about sleep? It only comes when the last ghost following you that day goes to sleep.
Your dad has much wiser sayings than you do.
Someone doesn't want you to leave college.
Don't be ridiculous.
Your college life started with Dr. Chatterjee, mine with Sunrise. And here we are. Seems like something Fitzgerald would write about.
Well, at least the sunrise always comes around. It's good you don't believe in ghosts. And you have no idea what the book's about, do you?
I skip. Maybe he's just showing his displeasure at that.
So you've come around to believing in ghosts.
The power of stories does strange things to minds that haven't slept in 24 hours or more. Look at this one. You see, I usually find myself among strangers because I drift here and there trying to forget the sad things that happened to me. And then maybe that's how lonely strangers like us know where to look for love.
This entire day feels like a violation of their memory.
If there's one thing I know about Dr. Chatterjee, is that he would have whisked this away by now if he truly wanted to.
I always liked this bit. I hope she'll be a fool. That's the best thing a girl can be in this world. A beautiful little fool.
Daisy says this about her baby daughter, you know. The same woman who flirts with and then later turns her back on Gatsby.
Hey, that's not cool, yaar. You should have given a spoiler alert.
I wanted to be a fool for a while. I think I've realized that these past couple of years, I've always been one.
I was the cute guy on the backbench, right?
You know, the best literature leaves things in the subtext.
I leave things unsaid and you have a problem with that. I say them out loud, you still have a problem. I wish I'd said hello to you. I always saw you around.
Hello.
Two fools?
I wish I could tell you this moment lasts forever, but who knows?
Maybe it's better it won't.
I feel like I'm in a dream.
Then you're finally sleeping. Where are you going? After home?
I don't know.
Same.
Maybe we don't need to know. Not for a bit. I mean, I think I'm employable enough. You evidently were. Do you want to stay in touch?
I wanted to text you after our fight. But then I remembered I didn't have your number.
You didn't answer.
You'll think I'm clingy and want affection expressed in ways that leave things in the subtext.
And I'll probably fight to keep myself grounded, self-dependent, and you'll get annoyed because whenever you need me there, I'll just be a little further away, somewhere else.
You're here, aren't you?
There's nowhere else to be, remember?
Two people at the end of the world. You know what I think? We'll pack up our bags and leave here. But if we don't ever talk to one another again, we'll haunt each other. I'll have you know I've become quite an expert at skimming in my 4 years here. I really like this bit. Let us learn to show our love for a man when he's alive and not after he's dead.
He's made a note for that one.
No. Dr. Chatterjee just underlined it. Later, I think, with his pencil. Sometimes the subtext is enough, isn't it?
We won't actually see it, will we?
Maybe we already have.
He makes me sad. He was haunted by his need for love up until the very end. So tragic. Maybe that's what you get for trying.
I tried here. And you didn't. But we both filled up the empty spaces with love left to give anyway.
You really become a man of poetry about this stuff, no?
Maybe I just need a muse. I saw the look in your eyes when you weren't here tonight. Looking at campus and thinking of your memories. And it's not just because you'd be a walking corpse if you don't get sleep on your flight back.
Another body for your basement.
I've been thinking about what I've thought in these past moments, and it's that feeling where I feel like I'm at the edge of something new. I got that feeling that I can run away from here again.
Cheer up. We only have the rest of our lives to live.
Do you know what? I think I could stay here forever.